Now, search operations at the moment are underway in Poonch district a day after a terror attack took place. There was a major terror attack in which terrorists ambushed an army convoy that was carrying troops in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri area. There was a fierce encounter that broke out on the 21st of December after a joint search operation was launched on 20th December by the security forces. In fact, internet services have now been suspended in both Rajouri as well as Poonch district. 4 army personnel, unfortunately, were killed in action. 3 others were injured in this terror attack. This attack, according to many people, is now a part of Pakistan-China plan to divert India from the Ladakh issue. Security personnel carried out a search operation in the forest area of Dera Ki Gali in Rajouri. Indian Army has now deployed choppers to keep an eagle eye on the rough terrain, with almost all the choppers now making sure that they have been deployed to hunt down these terrorists. This unfortunate news came in, and after that, what was confirmed was that 4 army personnel lost their lives in this encounter which took place, and 3 of them have been injured. The 3 who have been injured at the moment have been taken to the hospital. Internet services have now been suspended in both Rajouri as well as Poonch area. The army as also the NIA, both of them in a joint search operation, are now making sure that they are hunting down the terrorist. My colleague Kamaljeet is now joining me on the story. Kamaljeet, we understand even as we are speaking, there is an operation that is taking place and choppers have also been pressed into action, making sure that the terrorists are gunned down and hunted down.
Aishwarya, this is not an easy terrain. Behind me, if you can see, there are these small hill-like structures, but there's a lot of green foliage, there is a lot of trees, and there are very natural cave-like cavities in which terrorists, and we've seen it earlier, whether it's Dhangri, the others, Kashmir is a different terrain, but this side of Pir Panjal, the terrain is quite different and it's quite vast. It does take a lot of time, for search operations, and that is how we've seen over the past 26 months. There have been 8 major encounters, most of which it's been very difficult to pin down these terrorists. Now, the line of control is not too far away, but what we've seen is the sort of strategy which has been put. One, the focus has shifted from Kashmir to Jammu. The other is obviously about how it seems to be the same module which seems to be carrying out these particular attacks. The responsibility, you would know, has been taken by PAF, which is an offshoot of Lashkar-e-Taiba, and security forces tell us that there have been a massive manhunt which has been carried out. Drones have been pressed into service, dogs have been pressed into service. There's also been the helicopter services. So all this is a part of a joint operation which is now taking place in the entire Rajouri-Poonch area. But yes, is there any sort of logistical support coming in, any sort of overground workers who've been helping? Now, we believe that at least 9 people were picked up. There's also information coming in about how 3 residents from Surancote who have been found dead near the encounter site. An FIR is obviously, an investigation will look into the circumstances, but all this points out that this is a very fluid situation. And as far as the army is concerned, a lot of pressure has to get the perpetrators who've killed 4 soldiers right here. And remember, the first incident, the search operation and a proactive operation was started by the Indian Army on the 20th. Now, today is 23rd, so it's already day 3. And as the days goes by, it seems, and if you can just look at the area, it's so vast, it is really difficult to kind of pin down as where the terrorists could be hiding. And this is how the challenging the terrain is.
Right, Kamaljeet, my colleague who's in Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir, showing us the difficult terrain in which the search operations at the moment are underway. Thank you, Kamaljeet, for giving us that report. Now let's listen into what Manoj Sinha said with regards to this operation that is taking place at the moment.
ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना हुई है और हमारा पड़ोसी इस तरह की नापाक हरकतें करता है। आतंकवाद अंतिम सांसें वहां ले रहा है। आतंकवाद पूरी तरह समाप्त हो, उसका पूरा इकोसिस्टम समाप्त हो, इसके लिए सुनियोजित रणनीति पर काम हो रहा है। मैं यहाँ कलकत्ता चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स के इन्विटेशन पर आया और मैं आपसे आग्रह करूंगा कि उसी संबंधित सवाल होगा तो अच्छा है, लेकिन देश की संसद ने जो काम 5 अगस्त 2019 को किया था, भारत की सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने उस पर मुहर लगा दी। हमारे देश की एक मान्य परंपरा है कि सर्वोच्च न्यायालय एक बार किसी चीज पर मोहर लगा देती है तो विवाद खत्म हो जाता है। स्थिति बहुत अच्छी है और मैं कह सकता हूं कि जम्मू कश्मीर शांति, विकास और संपन्नता के रास्ते पर आगे बढ़ रहा है।